What's going on, everybody? Happy Saturday, and welcome back to another installment of Mr. Eric Reads. I'm so glad that you're here with me today on what is kind of a Burrsville day outside. So if you do go outside, which obviously I recommend if it's okay with your parents or guardians, bundle up because it's a bit chilly out there. Today we're going to read a book that is kind of silly in its own name. It's called A Porcupine, named Fluffy, by Helen Lester. Now, if you've ever seen a porcupine, I think fluffy is an adjective that does not work to describe it. But let's find out why this porcupine was named Fluffy, shall we? Right here on Mr. Eric Reads. When Mr. and Mrs. Porcupine had their first child, they were delighted. Now, he needed a name. Should they call him Spike? No, Spike was too common. Should they call him Lance? No, Lance sounded too fierce. Should they call him Needle Rooser? No, Needle Rooser was too long. Prickles? Pokey? Quillian? Then they had an idea. Let's call him Fluffy. It's such a pretty name, Fluffy. But soon, there came a time when Fluffy began to doubt that he was in fact Fluffy. He first became suspicious when he backed into a door and stuck fast to it. That was not a Fluffy thing to do. He was even more convinced when he accidentally slept on his back and poked holes all through his mattress. That was a very unfluffy thing to do. When he tried to carry an umbrella, he knew the truth without a doubt. Fluffy definitely wasn't. So he decided to become fluffier. Clouds are fluffy, he thought. I'll be a cloud. But he couldn't stay up. I know. Pillows are fluffy. I'll be a pillow, he said. But when his mother sat on him, she was not pleased. He tried soaking in a bubble bath for 45 minutes, but he did not become fluffy. He just became soggy. He tried whipped cream. He put a little on each quill. It was not easy, and it took more than half of a day. But this did not make Fluffy fluffy. They should have just named me Gooey, he sighed. He ate lots of fluffy marshmallows. He rolled in shaving cream and feathers. He even tried to become a bunny. But the truth remained. Fluffy wasn't. One afternoon, Fluffy set out for a walk, trying to think of ways that he could become fluffier. And before long, he met a very large rhinoceros. Said the rhinoceros. I'm going to give you a rough time. Fluffy didn't know what a rough time was, but it didn't really sound all that good. "What's your name, small prickly thing?" asked the rhinoceros unkindly. "Fluffy," said Fluffy. The rhinoceros smiled, and then he giggled. And then he laughed out loud, and he rolled on the ground. He jiggled and slapped his knees, and he roared with laughter. "A porcupine named Fluffy," howled the rhinoceros. Fluffy was embarrassed, but he tried to be polite. And what is your name?" he inquired. I can't say it," giggled the rhinoceros. "Hubert," suggested Fluffy. "Oh, help, I can't say it. I'm laughing so hard," said the rhinoceros. "Harold, or maybe Herman?" asked Fluffy. "No, it's Hippo." "Hippo?" "Hippo. A rhinoceros named Hippo." So Fluffy smiled, and Fluffy giggled, and then he laughed out loud. He jiggled and slapped his knees. He howled with laughter. "A rhinoceros named Hippo!" Fluffy cried. A porcupine named Fluffy and a rhinoceros named Hippo. It was almost more than the two of them could bear. Hippo and Fluffy rolled on the ground, jiggling and laughing until tears came to their eyes. At last, they lay exhausted on the ground. From that time on, they were best friends. And Fluffy didn't mind being Fluffy anymore, even though he wasn't. The end. That was A Porcupine Named Fluffy by Helen Lester, right here for you young readers and future leaders on Mr. Eric Reads. I hope you guys enjoyed that story. As always, guys, go out and enjoy the remainder of your Saturday. Please, whatever you do, though, stay safe and healthy. Wash your hands. What else should we do? Oh, yeah. And practice kindness in everything that you do. And until tomorrow, when I'll be back again with another story, I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Mr. Eric, signing off.